Right, time for our application. Now, once again, I'm just going to think about how I do it. How you do it, you might not be there. You might think of it a different way, and that's okay. But I know if I have 24 out of 100, and by the way, let me just write 24%. So we never, I know it sounds redundant, and 24 hundredths. Sounds redundant, but just remember, these are always written in hundredths. They are always going to stay the same. This is 24%, meaning out of 100, and this is 24 hundredths, meaning out of 100. But fractions, we can simplify to put them in simplest terms. Now, hopefully you are able to look at this and realizing our patterns from calendar math that are developing, that both of these numbers are even. And what I do whenever I get a fraction and I want to see if I can simplify and both numbers are even, I just keep cutting them in half until I get to my simplest term. So what I mean is, and you have to do the same to the top and to the bottom. You can't just do it to the top one or else the value changes. So if I cut both of these in half, I get 12 fiftieths. Now, my brain's able to do it, maybe because I've seen these numbers. Maybe some of you aren't there yet. I'm just showing you what I do. Now, here I still have two even numbers. Even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. And so I know I can continue cutting this in half. Half of 12 is 6, and half of 50 is 25. Okay, now that seems like an extra step. Here is another way you can do it. If you're not quite there with your times tables and your factors, always resort to making up your factory. And the factory makes a product, and our product in this case is 24. And once again, our factory here, and our product is going to be 100. And what we are looking for in our factory is what can we multiply together to get to 24? These are the pieces we multiply. Well, I know it's 24 times 1, and I know it's 12 times 2. I know it's 6 times 4, and I know it's 3 times 8. Wow! We have a lot of factors there. So for our 100, we have 100, 1, 25, 4, 25, 52. Did I forget something? If I forgot something, just put it in the comment section, because sometimes it's good you see that your teacher makes mistakes, because then when you make a mistake, you're like, oh, it's okay to make mistakes, for even people that love math. But look at all these. So what I want is I want the highest number possible. That's the nice thing about making your list of factors in your factory, because you can just jump right to the top one. And what is the top one you see? The highest number possible. Well, looking through all this, I see that 4 is probably the highest congruent number in both of these lists. Well, now that I know that, now I can just jump. Instead of what I did earlier, cutting it in half, and I keep going, now I can just go and I can divide both the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator, by 4. 24 divided by 4 is 6, and 100 divided by 4 is 25. So I get the same simplified answer two different ways of doing it. My brain likes, if the numbers are even, to keep dividing it, but whatever way that works for your brain. So just so you can see here on our concrete representation, I took 100 and I divided it by 4. Can you see? I had 100 and now I have 4. That's what I'm doing here. And now each one of these spaces has 25 in it. And the 24 also got cut up into 6, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see I have 6 25ths in each one of these, which has the same ratio, which we will get to later. I'm just exposing the word. We have the same ratio or the same value as 24 hundredths. Isn't that kind of cool? Now, I'm not going to take the time because it's been so long, but maybe if you want to, just to see if you got it correct, take 25, 6 divided by 25, put your decimal point, your 2 zeros, and see what you come up with. Have fun with it. Math is fun. More fun than eating cake and having a surprise birthday party.